We are in spring and the countryside is full of life and beauty, inviting us to a day trip. Anna and Luis are two children like you, two good friends who are getting ready to take their first communion.
We're at the top of the church. What a sight! We can see everything as if we were birds.
We're really close to heaven. If we stretch our arms, we can almost touch the clouds.
It's so silent here. If we shout, they'll be able to hear us in China.
Or in heaven. If the Christians came up here, I'm sure Jesus would definitely hear our prayers. No car noises or people's screams. We should pray from church towers.
You're joking. They've told us many times, God doesn't need us to shout or even talk to be able to hear us.
We don't need to be high up to be close to God. Jesus says, "My Father is listening even if your lips don't move." When we are still and quiet, when we're alone and in silence, if we keep very still, we can hear our heart. Then we are ready to talk to God, and we can say, "Oh my God, before you my heart is full of happiness, like the sun. I think of you and I am filled by your love." When you pray, you can say, "Our Father." When we talk to God, we tell Him about our home and friends, about things from school and what happens in the world, about how we wish to be good and bring love and peace around us.
It's great to be able to speak to someone and know that He's listening.
Sometimes I'm worried about something and I don't know who to tell and it's awful. I can't keep it quiet.
It's the same when you've got something happy to say. Talking to others and sharing thoughts is great.
I think that when you do that with Jesus, it's called praying.
It was Jesus Himself who taught us.
Jesus says, "Your Father knows everything that happens to you, even if you don't tell Him. He gets deep down into your heart and fills you with joy." One day Philip told Him, "Lord, teach us to pray." And Jesus answered, "When you pray, say, 'Our Father.'" Jesus has taught us to pray. He's told us how to speak with God. Before we go to bed in the quiet of the night, we tell Him our secrets. And every morning we tell Him from the bottom of our hearts that we want to be good during that day. We learn the Our Father, the prayer which Jesus Himself taught us, and which unites all Christians.
The best thing about talking to Jesus is that He's always listening.
Even if you're not on top of a church tower.